Hi guys, how you doing? This is OneBit back for some more Dota 2, and this, as you can see, is a puck game. Fortunately, this isn't live. This is another replay cast. It might be the last replay cast that I do. I hopefully can start doing some live games again, but this is the last in the series that I promised. If you follow me on Twitter, I said I was going to upload a Chen Beastmaster and puck game, and this is the last one. I'm going to go ahead and start it up. I had a lot of fun in this game. I haven't been playing puck as often as I used to. I mean, there was a big stretch when I first started Dota 2 that he was pretty much the only hero that I played, because I really enjoyed his style. But for a while I stopped playing him because his animation was so bad. It was really difficult to last hit with him. And then eventually they ended up actually changing his animation, and then they removed the mana cost from his phase shift, which is the first ability that I choose. And just doing that really brought him into his own. Oop. I was wondering why everything was going so slow. I had it on the wrong speed. There we go. Now the reason I start with phase shift is it is really good for him as far as allowing you to dodge any incoming damage and basically stay ahead of whoever you're midding against, whoever you're laning against. You just basically have to hover your finger over it constantly because it's just a godsend. And you can also drop aggro from creeps and things like that. I missed it there, but you can basically stay in your lane longer as a result of it. And because there's no mana cost, you can constantly use it. Now I went Naked Bottle simply so I could have more regen, because puck is super squishy. As you can see, he starts with only 454 health, and I'm up against a what's his name? Shadow Demon, right? I believe that's his name. Yeah, Shadow Fiend. It's hard for me to keep up. They keep changing these names so much. Now, as a result of me going Naked Bottle, my last sitting is pretty atrocious, but I am going to be able to get rune control right away, which is what I wanted to concentrate on. I wanted to make sure that I was always getting the runes, because I'm going to start ganking pretty early on here. I think pretty much as soon as I turn level 6, I start ganking right away. I'm taking a little bit more damage than I needed to, but I have Bottle, so that's the nice thing of starting Naked Bottle. I think if I hadn't started Naked Bottle, I would have had to sit in lane longer and wait to start ganking. So it's really a decision. It's, do you think you're going to be able to gank the people and make it worth it? You know, I'm basically just waiting until I get these boots on and pop 6 so I can leave. But, I mean, I'm not saying that it's always the best choice to go Naked Bottle, but I feel like it's really a executive decision that you have to make with your gameplay. Do you think that, are you confident enough in your skills that you're going to be able to actually pull off some ganks? I almost consider it similar to Night Stalker on his first night, you know, what he does on his first night. You know, do you think you're going to be able to handle things? Do you think you're going to be able to get off ganks? Then it's going to definitely pay off. And I am picking up some ironwood branches. I believe I'm making a wand right now. So, I mean, obviously I recognize the fact that you need the extra stats in order to better your last hitting, but having the regen is also really good. And having the rune control is very important. Now I have the DD. I'm going to probably lay some harass on this guy, making sure I get up my charges. Got a little combo off on him with the double damage, so I know I did a lot of damage to him. Now at any time I can drop the aggro that creeps if I wanted to. Again, my last hitting in this game isn't all that good, but I make up for it with the ganking. You can see there's a little bit of a pause every time he fires. It's just something you have to get used to with Puck. Again, I have the rune control. It's very important. Basically, runes spawn at the start of the match and then every 2 minutes after. So, you know, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, so on and so forth. You have to check either top or bottom for a rune. Now, I'm just pushing the lane somewhat because I see I'm going to pop 6 pretty soon here. And as soon as I pop 6, I want to leave, so that's why I'm pushing the lane. Yeah, and now I'm 6. And I believe I go bot right away. And you can see I already have wand. I don't have the recipe for the max wand, but I pretty have wand and regen, and I'm pinging the map to let these guys know because I don't have. Whenever I play, I never have my voice on. You see, there's a guy running through the river, so I duck behind the tree so he wouldn't see me. And I can see these guys are playing cautious. I wasn't sure if they saw me, and I believe I pinged to let these guys know to move up because these guys have to lure these guys out from behind their tower because they're playing cautious because they can't see me. I'm trying to ping to let them know to move up because, again, I never have my voice chat on when I'm playing so that I can, in case I want to do commentary. I just come in there, get the combo, ulti off, and I believe we just pick off one of these guys. And that's basically how you play it. You shoot your illusory orb, which is your #1 ability. Once you do that, you can hit your jaunt, and it allows you to teleport to that location. Then you combo with your waning rift, which is your silence, and then you finish with your ulti. Now I'm pushing back the lane since I'm traveling through here. I missed him with the silence, but I'm just moving on. And the big mistake that he's making is he's not getting these runes. Because I'm basically abandoning mid so that I can gank. And he should be grabbing these runes. Now you see I'm playing cautious now. He's pushing these guys up, which he shouldn't have done. He shouldn't have chased them. But as a result, you know, I'm not going to just go in under the tower. It doesn't make any sense. I'm going to just wait here, take my time, and wait until they get into a better position so that I can take 1 or 2 of them out. See, I'm going to position up here so that when I shoot the illusory orb, I can cross both of them. And I'm going for the target. I saw that there was a low health target, and I knew that Clinks could take out the low health target, so I went on the target with more health, which is the way you should do it. I mean, the problem that I find in most Dota games is everybody tries to kill steal, so they will go for the low health target. So like you'll have 3 ultis shot on 1 low health target to take out the low health target, instead of people prioritizing and saying, okay, well, this guy can easily be killed by any of these people with an auto attack. I'm going to skip over that guy instead of trying to kill steal here, and I'm going to, you know, take out this person that is the next, you know, the next most important target in the fight. and that is the main reason why you see a lot of team fights basically end in a loss, because people just focus the wrong targets. They just try to sit there and kill steal each other as opposed to going on the person that they should go on, you know. Now I can see he just got killed. The lanes are pretty much pushed, so I can't do much, so I go back mid because I see he's pushing on the tower. And I was kind of waiting for him because I had my ulti up to see if he was going to push, but he didn't end up pushing. As I was kind of hiding in the trees in case he went in and moved up, then I could have just jumped on him. You can see that little pause, that slight pause. It used to be a lot worse than that, but that's the most difficult aspect of Puck, is just getting used to that pause before he fires. Although I have to say, if they made that even better, he might be like OP. I don't know. Maybe. I think Weaver is, in a lot of ways, he's very similar to Puck, just in his ability. Yeah, I kind of miss both of those. But I got him with the ulti, so it allows us to take him out. And they had a ward there. I didn't know they had a ward, but I'm kind of just sitting right on top of it. I think we might end up going on him. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, this game I'm not going for the mana boots, I'm just going for straight treads. Yeah, I was hoping he was standing by the tower. That's why I fired that over there like that. Just by playing enough, you kind of get used to what a lot of the common things that people do are. I was just sending that up to scout to see where they were, because I didn't have vision. Again, I'm dancing around their ward that I didn't know was there. And you can see this is like the second TP scroll that I bought, and I'm still buying the TP scrolls. They're very important for this hero to be able to get into lane, to position yourself. Yeah, I was just speaking to that guy so he could take the mid. I believe I was thinking about going bot at this point to assist. That's why I pinged him to go mid. But then I saw that mid was just kind of hanging out there and they'd pushed bot back. So then I went on him. And that's a dead Shadow Fiend. Some heavy hate going on between both teams. I have no idea who started it, nor do I care. And I see some targets of opportunity. Unfortunately, I don't have my ulti yet, but I think I go on them anyway. And that was a good save there for Sven. I would have probably survived it anyway because I could have shot at Luzeri and gone into my phase shift. There are some tricks to Puck that I can discuss actually. Little things that you can do that'll help you be better with the hero. For instance, when you're trying to survive a gank and there's a lot of people coming at you, you have to kind of shoot out an illusory orb in a direction that you can escape to, then go into your phase shift so that you're temporarily invulnerable, and then you can jaunt over to the orb's location, which will effectively allow you to escape. Another thing you can do is once you pick up a blink dagger, and you have to actually have this maxed out, and the reason you need to have it maxed out is when you have a blink dagger, if you get hit with a blink dagger, the blink dagger goes on a 3-second cooldown. I believe I go on him again because my ulti's up. And that's a dead Shadow Fiend again. But to finish my thought, what you do is the blink, you can see the phase shift at max level is 3.25 seconds. If you get hit when you have your blink dagger, it's going to go on a cooldown and not allow you to use your blink dagger for 3 seconds. But as you can see, the max level of phase shift is 3.25, so you have that 0.25 seconds. So basically, let's say you jump into a fight, you shoot your illusory orb, and you go in the middle there, you finish with a waning rift and your ulti, so you're right there in the middle of everybody. In most team fights, then they're just, because they can't run away, they're going to turn on you and try to destroy you. So what you're going to do once you have that blink dagger is you're going to pop your phase shift. Now more than likely, at least one of them is going to have hit you, which is going to cause your blink dagger to go on that 3-second cooldown. But because you've maxed out the phase shift, you have that extra 0.25 seconds for it to actually just sit there and wait until it comes off cooldown, and then you can blink dagger out of that dangerous position. So that's really when you definitely want to have your blink dagger, is after you've maxed your phase shift, so that you can go into a fight, silence everybody, put an ulti on them, and then you're setting them up for your team to mop them up. And then after you're done with all that, and they have a ward there I didn't notice, but once you're done with all that, then you can blink it back out and be safe. See, now they're playing smart. They have the wards up. Of course, I didn't know it, but I believe we go in under the tower because I'm bold like that. And there we go. I think we get both of them too. Yeah. Yeah, we're pretty much dominating these guys this time, but I thought this was a good showing of the techniques to use with puck. That's mainly why I uploaded this game. Now they bought this wrong word. I don't know why they have. These are the words to see invisible heroes, if I'm not mistaken. Those are the sentry words instead of the observer words. I don't know why they have sentry words. It's a waste of money. I believe that's what they were. Unless I saw it wrong. Now I have my my blink dagger. Of course, it's not maxed out, so I'm still kind of in danger now. That's a perfect setup for this. And I just barely missed getting the third person on here. Okay, watch what I do here. I shoot that. And just get out. Actually, I didn't have my my phase shift on cooldown, or I would have used the phase shift while I was traveling. I mainly left because I was low on mana and I didn't have enough to silence Dragon Knight in case he went his ulti or he fired a stun on me. And plus I was behind the tower. I didn't know how many people were coming, how close they were, so that's mainly why I left. If I had more mana, I would have stayed and fight it. Or stayed and fought it. I'm just getting some harass on him. Trying to whittle him down. You can also use the phase shift, I believe it's called. Yeah, phase shift to duck the tower's aggro as well. Oh, Dagger. Yeah, this is so unfortunate because I pressed the phase shift, but I missed it somehow. I don't know why, and it stopped me from having a perfect game right there. But I clicked phase shift, but for whatever reason it didn't go off. If I would have gotten, if it would have went off, then I would have been able to jaunt over to my orb behind the tower, and I would probably survive that. Unless he had his ulti, he might have chased me down and ulted me anyway, but that cost me my one death this game. And let's go ahead and fast forward through this death real quick. Alright, back into it. Now I basically, because I didn't see who was there, I didn't know if they were pushing up that area, I was using that to scout, and once I saw that nothing was up there, then I shifted over, or jaunted over rather. And I can't remember what I made at this point. I don't know if I went for a Lincoln's or if I was going for a Bloodstone. I think Lincoln's is really good on Puck if you have a lot of disables. I think it would have been good in this game, definitely because we have Bloodseeker. So to stop his ulti from being popped on me, I think Lincoln's would have been a good choice. I'm not sure if that's what I chose though. Wasn't sure if somebody was over there, that's why I went over there and did that. Yeah, I have the Perseverance now. I believe I denied this tower as well. It's very important to make sure you do this, because that's several hundred gold that you're preventing the enemy team from getting. Which can be the difference between them getting some item that might turn the tide of the battle against you. I can't remember what I was thinking. I see that fight going on up top. I think I might have went up to join that. Bloodseeker showed up at just the wrong time. See, I'm dropping the tower's aggro. Yeah, I could have probably blinked back across if I was thinking and popped a silence on her and maybe even taken her out. Yeah, he ran too far back. Couldn't get him. Puck is a lot of fun once you pick up the Blink Dagger. And then once you get a Lincoln's on him, he's like insanely fun. I would say Puck and Weaver are two of the trickiest heroes to fight against in this game, because they have so many escape options and little tricks and things that they could do. And that's probably why they're some of my favorite heroes in the game. I'd probably say Puck is my favorite hero in the game right now. Although I haven't played all of the heroes in Dota yet, and of course they haven't released all of them, so. But so far he's one of my favorites, if not my favorite. I'm just trying to make do. I don't have enough mana for these guys, but I should have wanded. Forgot to wand. So I was able to drop the towers aggro. There's so many little things you can do to survive with this here. Got the perfect rune that I needed right then. Could have probably killed those guys if I had remembered to pop my wand. Trying to just get some farming in. It's very important too to make sure you drink off your bottle before you pick up a rune, so that you're gonna max out your mana and your HP regeneration potential. And I'm going ahead and I'm popping the runes so that I can have some extra speed when I go into this conflict. And I'm making sure I max out my bottle as well, or my mana. Now they were able to pick off everybody before I was able to go in, but I believe I got on him successfully. Oh, this is actually a funny part. Now I'm going to slow this down because this is pretty funny what happens here. This is a really close call. And I actually made a mistake here. And you see I blinked in. Now I should have remembered. See, he stunned me. I'm getting destroyed by the tower. Illusory, I'm thinking, I'm like, what am I going to do here? What am I going to do here? And I got a bottle charge. I came out of it. Got the bottle, the wand, go down to, I believe, 1 health at one point. Yeah, I dropped back down to 1 health, and I was able to survive. So basically, what I should have done, I should have shot the orb and immediately gone into my my phase shift, because if I would have shot the orb and assumed that he might have used his stun, then he wouldn't have been able to attack me. The orb would have hit him. I could have jaunted to the orb, immediately hit silence, which would have then blocked. It would have been blocked of stunning me to start because I would have been invulnerable. Once I arrived, I could have silenced him, which would have again blocked him from using his stun, and then I could have just finished him with auto attacks and that would have been it. But I think I'm going to go back and just replay that in real time, because that was a good kill there. And that's what Puck is all about, is getting off pulling off little things like that. But again, it's a lot of little micromanagement, because you have to have everything hotkeyed, you know, for your blink dagger, for your bottle, for your wand, and keeping abreast of everything you're supposed to do. That was a really close call, said at least. Yeah, I tried to jump to that. I don't know what happened there. I was still kind of reeling from that little engagement we had. I think that's a bug. I don't think that's supposed to keep traveling like that, but yeah, I'm definitely picking up a Lincoln's now. Yeah. And of course now that allows me to be a little bit sloppy, because now that same thing, that same engagement that I just had, he would have just popped my Lincolns and nothing would have happened to me, and I would have been able to pick him off. I would have taken the breath damage, but the stun wouldn't have hurt me, so I would have still had access to all my abilities. And of course, having the Lincolns is also going to vastly increase Puck's mana regeneration, so that's going to help with any mana problems. Although, generally, by having rune control, I've pretty much eliminated mana issues. But if I was laning against somebody that had basically they were playing more cautious, and they were actually being aggressive in their rune control, then there might be mana issues on Puck. So I might have had to not pick up the treads and maybe get arcane boots, and as a result I would have not had the Lincolns as quickly. But I would say this build is preferable because you can do some tread switching, although I tend to just keep them on intellect most of the time. Although probably it would be better if I tread switched whenever I was taking my my bottle charges. If I switched, I believe you switch to agility when you're drinking off your bottle. I think I should have done that, but I'm doing so much, you know, other micromanaging with my spells that I didn't really. It's just something I have to get used to. Again, Puck's one of my favorite heroes, but I don't play him as often as I used to. Although I should start, because every time I have a good game with him, I just remember why I love the hero so much. And it's just one of those things too that when you're playing a lot of matchmaking games, when you have a hero that's good and that's, you know, like top tier, you don't want to mess up your stats with it either. I guess he popped his ulti on me, but Lincoln stopped it. Yeah, I believe now I'm going for the Bloodstone. I'm just gonna even increase my mana even more, give me more health, make me a little tankier. This is basically the same build that I would go with for a Storm Spirit, except obviously Storm Spirit isn't going to go with the Blink Dagger, but although come to think of it, he probably could. It might be kind of nice if he did. That way if you ran out of mana, you'd have an extra escape, but this is pretty much game here. Yeah, you can see it's just popping. His stun that went on me just got popped by my Lincolns. And down he goes. Dropping the aggro, blinking out. I think we get into some danger here. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have much mana. I'm drinking off my bottles. I believe it's just me and Witch Doctor, and I think he gets picked off here, and I'm forced to run because they're all coming back, if I remember correctly. I think I might be here by myself, I'm not sure. You can see how much I'm getting off of that Lincoln's, because basically the Lincoln's and the waning, is there a phase shift rather, they're both giving you, you're basically getting 2 invulnerabilities with that combination. You can see I got everybody on me now. Trying to think of my options. I just stood there for a second, and I was waiting for my blink dagger to come off. I went invulnerable, and then I blinked, and I shot the orb, and I went to it, and he's still sitting there, which I comment on later. I think he was just still waiting for me to find me. A lot of playing Puck is just figuring out what you're going to do next, like what combination you're going to pull. Yeah, I'm just commenting on the fact that he was just standing there after. But, yeah, one of the great things when you're playing Puck is that it's really open to your imagination, like what can you think up next to do? You know, am I going to blink in on them? Am I going to shoot the illusionary orb on them? What kind of combination am I going to pull? How am I going to position myself? And just having a freedom to do so much. That's why I really love the hero. And you can see at this point, oh, actually, no, I guess I went Aghanims. Okay, I think I went Aghanims to, I believe it increases his ultimate. Yeah, that's why I didn't go Bloodstone, I went Aghanims. Okay, yeah, actually Aghanims is better anyway, but because it increases the damage that his ultimate does. I'm not sure if it increases the stun duration. What does it do? Passive upgrades. What does this do? Increases damage from coil breaks and increases coil duration. Yes. Okay. Yes. So it's 6 seconds. It goes from 6 seconds to 8 seconds, and the scepter increases it to 300 damage, which is nice. You get an extra 2 seconds plus it goes up an extra 100 damage. Definitely worth it. And then you can see Puck is getting pretty tanky now because he's got close to 2k. So I'm able to blink up on these guys. And I'm not even bothering chasing him. I'm just pushing to end this right now. And I have so many options. I'm just saving this image rune so that I can go on the tower though. And I had to macro it a little. For some reason they didn't go the right direction. And Blitzseeker's trying to sneak up on me. Not that he was able to do much since I had Lincoln's up anyway, but by making sure my illusions are a little bit in front of me, they're taking the damage right now. Even though these other creeps aren't there. So they're pretty much tanking the tower. And then I can just drop the aggro once the creeps move up. We got it. At this point, I know the creeps are going to end it, so I believe I'm just trying to wait around and see if I can get some extra kills. I so wish my ulti was off cooldown right here, but wasn't. But we got it anyway. And that's how you play puck. I got a pretty decent item off of that too. Obviously, well, I'm not going to say obviously. I don't know if the matchmaking was fair. I mean, I think obviously, well, Clinks wasn't all that great. He was giving up quite a few kills, but they had 3 major feeders on their team in comparison to us. But, you know, I don't know if it was our play was better or if they just had better feeders. Although we have a pretty annoying team to go up against to have Puck and Weaver. And Weaver looks like he was playing very well as well. So either way, I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed the game. It's a hero you might end up seeing more of. I do love it, and I like playing him, so you might see more of him, although I do want to concentrate more on the macro heroes. I'm not sure what's coming up next. Actually, I do have a pretty decent Enigma game. I mean, I wasn't spectacular or anything in it, but I think it was a fun game. I have to rewatch it and see if I want to post it, but no promises there. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Definitely going to be more Dota 2 content coming next week. I haven't 100% decided when I'm going to continue the other series. Basically, I mean, I make this stuff for fun, but I do love playing these games. So I'll continue the series when I feel like it, basically, you know. So that when it comes to the Warframe and the DayZ stuff. I mean, DayZ, I really just want to play the upgraded version, the standalone. But I think Rocket, the last time I checked his vlog, he's climbing Everest. Literally, he went and I guess he paid thousands of dollars, or like 50,000 or something like that, some ridiculous amount to go and climb Everest. So his team is taking care of the development on that. So, and I believe their projection is sometime in June for DayZ. So I do want to continue the DayZ content, but I don't know if I'm going to wait for standalone or not. I haven't really decided yet. But right now I'm really enjoying the Dota 2 stuff, and I'm going to continue to put out Dota 2 stuff for the foreseeable future. I am going to continue the Warframe series and the DayZ stuff, but I'm kind of waiting. I haven't 100% decided if I'm going to wait for standalone on the DayZ series or not, but we'll see. We'll see. Feedback is always appreciated, so if you have a feeling about it one way or the other, go ahead and leave something in the comments. The Warframe series does have a lot of views, so I might end up just going ahead and putting another one out, but I'm not sure exactly on the time frame. It might be next week, it might be in 2 weeks. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, as always, like, thumbs, sub, retweet. Later.